Hi, all my favorite Kickstart people. Tonight, you guys are going to start working out of your Kickstart book. And I know that some of you've had a few problems at entering your foods in. So we're gonna go over this and hopefully it's gonna give you guys a little bit of a tutorial and help you guys so that you know exactly what to put in the book. So let me turn the camera so hopefully you can see this guy. On page 8 and page 9, this is where your meal plan is. And we're going to talk about in meal number 1, you're going to have a protein, a carbohydrate, a fat, and a fruit. Your second meal, you're going to have a protein, a fat, and a vegetable. Your third meal, which is your lunch, a protein, a carbohydrate, 2 servings of vegetables. Meal number 4, a protein and a fruit. Meal number 5, which is your dinner, a protein, carbohydrate, fat, and 2 times vegetables. Down below is a few ideas, but we're going to skip ahead. I want you to open your books to the pages that look a little bit like this. And we're going to fill this out. So of course, we're going to start with the date. So let's put that date in. And make today count. This guy right here. This is where I want you to write down something that you are going to do that day to make it count. It may be I'm going to go for a run. Maybe it's I'm going to get that HIIT workout done. Or it may be I just need to get my butt out of bed. Whatever it may be, I want you to write down how you are going to make that day count. Now, let's start working on this meal plan. I definitely suggest to do a full week and use leftovers. This is what meal prep is all about. You can cook the same thing and eat it for multiple meals. Let's start with breakfast. I'm going to make one of my famous egg muffins. So egg muffin. Now in that egg muffin, I'm going to do chopped veggies, just kind of whatever I have left over in my fridge. I want 2 egg whites and 1 whole egg. Along with that, I'm going to have an English muffin. Whole grain, of course. And I'm going to have some salsa because I love me some salsa. And I want half a cup of berries. That's going to give me my fruit. Okay. So when we're coming down here, let's look in this category. So my egg muffin, I've got some vegetables, not a whole lot, definitely not a full serving in that little egg muffin cup. Anyways, the way that I cook that, chop up your veggies, put them in a little bowl and just zap it in the microwave, or you can make a whole bunch at one time by putting it in a muffin tin and throwing it in the oven. So I'm not really going to count those vegetables because it's not a full serving. 2 egg whites, that's a serving of protein. 1 whole egg, that's going to aid in my serving of protein, but that yolk is a fat. You need a fat. A whole grain English muffin, that's a carb. There's some salsa. Now, between salsa and veggies, you know what? I might actually get a full serving of veggies there. And I've got a fruit. So there's my meal number 1. Meal number 2, I'm going to have a protein shake. And I want almond milk. Of course, use the regular unsweetened almond milk. I'm going to put some ice, a tablespoon of cocoa. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons natural peanut butter to cut down on the sugars. And then in a little Ziploc bag, I'm going to put half of a cucumber. Now, please don't put that in your shake because that would be really gross. So let's come down here and see what we've got. All right, so my protein shake. I've got a serving of protein because, of course, I'm going to use a scoop of my protein. The natural peanut butter, I'm going to put under the fat. The half of a cucumber, boom, there's my veggie. So I'm just trying to fill up these boxes. Let's look at my lunch. I'm going to do 4 ounces of chicken, leftover from the night before, of course, a half a cup of quinoa, and that's left over from the night before too. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of grilled veggies. Now, do I have time to make that at lunch? Heck no, this is all left over. That's why you meal prep. So let's see, I've got another protein from my chicken. My quinoa is going to give me my serving of carb, and my grilled veggies, because I am loading up on them, I've got 2 servings of veggies. Meal number 4, this is kind of my midday, and this is the meal for me that I definitely need to get because I'm starving by then. So I'm going to have 1 cup of non-fat, plain Greek yogurt. Hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. It's a little messy. And I'm going to do half a cup of blackberries. So my non-fat plain Greek yogurt, boom, there's another protein, and I've got my other fruit in. Now I like to mash up my blackberries when I put it in my fruit. It just kind of makes it a little bit more smooth, and I like things purple. I don't know why, but I kind of do. All right, now here comes my meal number 5. And again, like I said, my chicken from last night, I'm going to use it again. So I'm going to use 4 ounces of chicken. And I'm going to be posting this recipe just a little bit later. This is what I call my burrito bowl. So I'm going to use that chicken. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of the following: brown rice. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of beans. And I like beans, black beans. My kids like pinto beans, but I like black beans. And I'm going to do corn. So a 1/4 cup there, 1/4 cup there, 1/4 cup there. That's my 3/4 of a cup of carbohydrates. Now with that, I'm going to do a 1/4 of an avocado. Sounds good already, doesn't it? I'm going to do a lot of lettuce, tomato, and I like lots of tomato, salsa, and I'm just going to pile all on a plate. This is what I call my burrito bowl. So let's go back and see what I've got for servings. 4 ounces of chicken, boom, there's a protein, carbohydrates, all of these together, and again, it's just a 1/4 cup of each. I've got my serving of carbohydrates. My avocado, which is actually smashed up, made into guacamole, that's my fat, and I've got 2 servings of vegetables. So there you have it. I have got all of my foods lined out. Now, when I have gone through and I've actually eaten it, I'm going to put a check mark. There's a check mark, but you know what? During that meal number 2, I actually had something extra. Instead of half of that cucumber, I ate another half a cucumber. Okay, there's my lunch, and there's my 4th meal at 3 o'clock, my dinner, and do you know what I did? I had some ice cream. Ouch! Got to make sure I log it. So as you're going throughout your day, log these foods in MyFitnessPal so that you have a true accurate measurement of what the calories going in are. Now go off of your Fitbit and you're going to look at your app at the end of the day. See if you've had calories burned in fat, cardio, and peak zones. And what are your total amount of calories? The notes, that ice cream, I've got to write something about it. It was a get together with my family. And I caved with a sad face. So make sure that you're writing little notes about today. I may also say that, you know what, my exercise was awesome. Felt fatigued. Okay, so write little notes about today. It may be more than just this. It may be I was really struggling today, or it may be I kicked butt. Whatever it may be, just kind of write some notes so that you start seeing some patterns as what you're doing. It's when you recognize those patterns that you can make some choices. What did I do for my workout down here? Of course, I did some HIIT, and then I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. And I actually did it on an incline. So looking at my calories out, this is my exercise. And I burned 2,000, well, let me write that a little bit better, 2,613 calories. My calories in, this is my food. So think food in, that's my calories in. All of this food up here ended up being 1,589. Now do the math. Did I have a deficit? You bet I did. So make sure that you're doing all of the math. Again, don't just do one day at a time, because you can see here I've used the chicken 2 times in that day. Do a whole bunch of it. Use the same meals time and time again. You won't get bored of them, I promise. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. See the water here? And I did it. I got my 1 gallon of water. So make sure you're logging your water as well. Hopefully this is going to help you guys as you're filling out your sheet so you know where to put your foods. And I can't wait to see how you guys do.